Alright, what's up everyone? It's me, Nicholas, back again here with another video. Now, apologies if there's any delay or any pauses during this video, because I didn't really pre-plan any of this. I just figured I might as well publish a video here. Might as well at least give you guys some new information, some new content, just to keep this month's, regime up. And I promise you next video will be a lot more structured, a lot more detailed. But for now, it's just me figuring out, might as well just talk to the camera, just tell you what's been on my mind, and I feel like you'll benefit from this. And that's essentially, what's your plan? What's your plan for this off season? Because in football, right now, here, it's the off season for me. That's until this month, the next month, and then I'm pretty sure we're having friendly matches at the beginning of August. That's all the time frame I have. 2 months and a half. And I've got my plan. As you can see, this is my plan. So it's color coded. It's got like a few letters in between. But essentially, my main goal, to bulk up and to essentially get conditioned. So have more muscle mass and be able to play more on the field. Allowed to use my physical strength to win duels and to score goals. As well as to condition myself so I can last the whole pitch for 90 minutes. That's my plan. I actually need to stick to it. I've got conditioning literally right after this. But what's your plan? Because I'm at an age where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of old enough to know what I'm doing, and it's in my hands. Like, everything is on my hands, I have to do. But for anybody else younger watching this, you've got time, and you should pretty much spend that time to its utmost limit. So, what is your plan? What are you going to do for this off season, or what are you going to do for this summer break? Anyway, are you going to laze around all day outside, do nothing, or play video games inside, curtains down, and just playing Fortnite? I don't really play Fortnite anymore, but I'd imagine, it's the same. But tell me, because I feel like summer, everybody's saying summer's like the time you're gonna change as well. It's like New Year's resolutions, oh, I'm gonna get fitter. I'm gonna earn like 20k annually now, if he was on like lower. They set like a goal, but then some people, only the few manage to actually achieve it, and the others are just like, I'll just do it later. I think summer is like also a good time to do that. Because summer, you have a few breaks off, you can actually choose to do what you want. And you can laze around for like a month even. Don't get me wrong, you can absolutely chillax for like the whole entire month and do absolutely nothing. But you're missing out on like so much other stuff you can do. So everybody that's saying like a summer body, for example, takes a few months of work. You relatively need 3 months. If you're a beginner and you're going to the gym, if you just need a few months, and then you'll get newbie gains. Newbie gains, as in just your muscle fibers that haven't been used to heavy resistance training, and then these muscle fibers will be damaged, and then they'll repair, and then they'll grow quickly into like bigger muscle fibers, just because you haven't done it before. And this new stimulus is just builds your whole muscle like new. But I've got my plan, and what's your plan? Right? Now, I understand that some people, they don't really know how to plan certain stuff. They're not the type to plan, and they're usually the type to think it through their heads. If you're like, oh, okay, so what I'm gonna do for this Monday, I'll do this. I'll wake up, I'll go for a jog, and then I'll go straight to making videos. Which again, that's fine, but you're most likely going to forget about it if you don't have some kind of plan for that. If you haven't written it down or if you haven't got it in your notes app. It's really important to write what you're going to do or what you're planning to do on some piece of paper, or just type it out on like the keyboard on a laptop. Because if you do that, you'll most likely go with it. Now, I'm gonna just tell you quickly how to actually create a schedule. Just quickly from here. So pay attention a little bit. Because I've created my schedule. And this is for football. Tailored to football space, basically. Because I'm trying to teach you guys along with me, myself learning what to actually do to succeed in football. So this is kind of me just freestyling it. But I did get some help. But I will teach you a few simple key things you need to consider before making an actual plan. The first one is, what's your actual goal? So if you're in the off season or if you're having like a break, what's one thing you want to change the next time, like the next season, when the next season starts, right? Or when the next game starts or something. What's one thing you want to change about yourself that will improve yourself, your baseline? Do you want to get fitter? Do you want to get more technical? Do you want to get more awareness of a game? Get more game IQ? Do you want to get stronger? Do you want to get more resilient? Do you want to perhaps be injury free? Do you perhaps want to be a better teammate? All these things, you need to have like a certain goal in your plan. You need to have a certain milestone you want to achieve by the end of a few months. As I said, my goal is to be conditioned and to bulk up muscle. Currently, I'm 73 kilograms right now, so that's 1 kilogram more than the beginning of May. So that's good. But I'm still bulking up, obviously. My goal is to at least be 3 kilograms heavier by August. So hope that works out. But you need to have a certain goal, right? That's your end point. You need to start from the end, and then you can start from the beginning. The second thing you need to consider is, what does your actual weekly routine look like for this summer break, for this kind of off season kind of plan? Are you just going to have all the days off completely? Or are you regularly going to, let's say, walk the dog? Or are you going with friends on the weekends regularly? Or do you perhaps need to do an extra summer job, something that you need to do to get money? Because that's also something you need to keep in mind. Because when you plan like a schedule, a weekly schedule for how you're going to achieve that goal, you need to take in mind the other things that will take your time. And that will help you figure out like which days you need to train and which days are like the days that require your time. So again, with my schedule, I'm pretty much free for every single day. The only times I'm not going to be free is probably late July, beginning of August, where I will be with my family going to Lithuania for a couple of weeks. But I'm still going to train there, don't get me wrong. But you need to keep in mind all the other additional kind of activities and time that will be taken from you. So what I would do is I would write like your weekly schedule. So do Monday you got this. Tuesday you've got that, so on. And the time slots, try and do the time slots that they kind of fit into. So the time slots that will require your time, the time slots that require your energy, and so on. Then you figure out the time slots and the days that are open. That way you can apply the training that you actually want to do. So that's number 2. And number 3 is just start out small. So once you figure out what you want to train, basically you just need to start small. If you start small at the activity, if it's something you've never done, for example, right? Just start out small. Start out like 10 minutes or 5 minutes per day doing that activity. Like, or small sets or small reps, right? Because the goal isn't to increase like long durations or to master it completely. The goal is to get used to doing a thing first. So if it's, for example, let's say you're a football player, let's say you're a centre back, and you want to improve your change of direction, right? It's something that your coach has said, listen, this is what you need to improve. I'm going to give you a routine, or I'm going to give you, or it's up to you to figure out how to change your direction and improve that ability. But you probably won't do it, but as a centre back, you're going to need to learn this. Okay. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to start out small, right? Just research, figure out first what this kind of thing includes, what drills you need to do, and then apply that drill, but do it small reps or long rest times. So do the drill for 10 minutes and then go home and then focus on something else. Because the guide is to get used to it, build a foundation first. So once you develop that foundation, then you can like work on adding more drills or adding more sets to it. But that's really about it. And you got to stick to it as well. Consistency, by the way. If you don't stick to that thing long enough, then it's probably a waste of time. Now, I could also talk about how you can actually create a routine and how you can actually create a schedule of some kind. But I think I'll talk about that later because that itself is a bit complicated. But I'll probably follow up after this video with another video in a month's time to explain how that works. Because researching and figuring out how to do it on your own is very difficult. It's a lot of trial and error, but that's the point of training solo. The point is to actually understand how the game works a bit and the drills are needed to accomplish it. But that's really about it. It's simply just creating a schedule and figuring out what you want to do and level up this off season. So now that I've told you how to actually create a routine that you can follow, it's really just up to you to use that information and to plot down what you need to do. Just do something, anything to improve one aspect of your area as a football player. But this does also include the general of the audience as well. If you want to get more financially secure, if you want to learn a new skill, just start out slow. Just take what I've given you in mind and apply that so you can fully use your time efficiently to master this certain area. Because by the end of the 2 to 3 months, you should feel competent, if not really basic use of that certain skill or basic understanding of how it works and you've actually applied it to real life. That's about it, though. See you later.